let's see. No, not that one. This one. Okay, hello YouTube. Welcome. Okay, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, Emran. You have to unmute. We can start right away. You have to unmute if you want to speak.
Hello.
Okay, hi. Is this your first time or you've been here how many times?
I joined this group before a week, but this is first time to talk with you.
Oh, okay. All right, so welcome. I hope you will like it. You will learn a lot here.
Yes, yes.
So we have one waiting. We have ones coming in. Her name is Christine. So once she gets settled, we'll start the practice. Okay?
Okay, okay.
Okie dokie.
And ma'am, your teaching style is very nice.
I'm sorry?
Your teaching style is very nice. You educate people in the best way, I think.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I help and at the same time I learn too because I'm also practicing. So it's a win-win for me.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
So maybe we can start with, oh, so the system here is there is an examiner and then a candidate. So I'll get you paired 2 by 2, and then one is the examiner and one is the candidate. And then after the questions, it's either part 1, part 2, or part 3 questions. After that, you guys can switch, and the candidate will become the examiner, and the examiner will become the candidate.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Do you have questions with you? Like from a book, Cambridge book, IDP, British Council?
Yes, yes. Ma'am, I have books.
Okay, that's good. So if you can make that ready and have it handy, I think we can start now. So I'll just ask you questions. Would that be okay?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. This is, ma'am, one thing I say to you that this is my first time to speak.
Yeah, no problem. It's a practice. So,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Thank you.
We should start somewhere. There's always
Yes,
the
yes.
beginning for everything.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Thank you, ma'am.
So, would you be okay to answer part 2 question?
Yes, ma'am, yes.
Okay, your question would be, describe someone in your family who you like. And then your bullet points, how this person is related to you.
Okay. Okay.
And then second bullet point, what this person looks like.
Okay.
And then next, what kind of person he or she is. And then last bullet point, explain why you like this person. Got them?
Okay.
Okay, so I'll give you 1 minute to prepare.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, your 1 minute preparation starts now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So I just want to welcome Christine, welcome, and Dave, welcome. So you guys can be paired, and let's see. Dave would be the examiner first, and then Christine would be the candidate, and then switch. All right. Okay, we have 1 million watching. Okay, time is up. You can start speaking now, Emran.
Yes. Well, ma'am, the person in my family who likes, I like in my family, she is my wife because she always support me in always support me in every aspect, and she is actually a teacher, and I also learn a lot from her, and in my exam preparation, would always he always uh, helped me in this regard, and that's why I think my wife uh, um, is studying and preparing me for my IELTS preparation. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you spoke only for 1 minute.
Yes, ma'am.
You should.
This is my first time.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, your follow-up question would be, let me pull up the question. Your follow-up question, do you think it is important for family members to have similar interest?
Do you have, ma'am, kindly repeat. I am writing.
No, you don't have to write this one. You just answer directly.
Okay. Do you have?
Yeah. So can you come closer to your microphone because your voice is like underground.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I am. Now you are. My voice is clear.
Closer. Can you come closer to your microphone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So, do you think, okay, the question is follow-up question. Do you think it is important for family members to have similar interest?
Yes, I think so. Because in this way we learn a lot from with each other, and we sport well, I think.
Okay, next question. Why do you think children often do the same kind of jobs as their parents?
Yes, because children follow up their because children follow up their elders due to actually there are some profession by which children think these this profession will always suit us, but but no, the circumstances, some children think that these professions are not related to these guys. This.
That's fine, that's fine. Okay, so that would be your last question, and I want you to have your questions handy, and then I will be the candidate and you will be my examiner. But later, I'll
Okay.
let Dave and Christine speak first. And Dave would be what did I say
Okay.
earlier?
Well,
Dave would be the examiner, Christine is the candidate, and then switch. Would that be okay, guys?
Hello,
Hello, Christine.
yes, that should
Hi,
be good,
Christine.
yes.
How are you?
Hello, hi, wait one moment,
Well-
I can't hear you. Hold on. Hello,
Hi, can you hear me, please?
hello, yes, I can hear you now, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Right,
okay,
so I'll
thank
ask you a
you.
question in part 3.
I'm sorry,
I'll ask you a question in part 3. I mean, I'll jump
for
in
sure,
part
please,
3.
please,
All right.
please, thank you.
So first question is, are films popular where you come from?
I didn't understand, I think it's my earphones, hold on. Can you repeat the question, please?
All right, okay. Are films popular where you come from?
Oh, films. Yes. Films are quite popular from like in the Philippines where I come from. I think it's quite common and it's a universal thing for films to be popular internationally. So yes, films are popular, to my knowledge at least.
Yeah, thank you so much. Are people going to cinema more these days compared to 25 years ago?
Oh, definitely. I think this has something to do with the advancement of technology. You know, we have advanced computer-generated imagery these days compared to before, and a lot of people prefer going to cinemas because of the environment, like high definition screen. The screen's bigger, and you get to be with your friends. Because when you just watch films at home, it's like you're used to that and you want to experience something that is better compared to the usual activity that you just do at home.
All right, thank you. And what films are popular with young people?
Young people usually prefer maybe, I'm not quite sure, but I think I would say romantic comedy films. Like, it's not just limited to young people, but I'm sure it's like everyone loves romantic comedy films because it elevates the mood, it boosts the serotonin, and when you want to watch a film, you want to feel good. You don't want to be stressed by action films. Although a lot of people prefer watching horror or action films, but I think more people would prefer watching romantic comedy films, even
Right.
for younger people.
Right, okay. Do people taste in films change as they grow older?
Definitely. I remember when I was a kid. I mean, this is according to my personal experience. I can't really say for everyone, but yes, when I was a kid, I remember I loved watching cartoons like Tom and Jerry movies, SpongeBob SquarePants the movie. But right now, I'm fond of true crime. I also love horror documentaries or like serial killer documentaries, which is funny because a lot of my friends think that it's weird, but it's actually a thing. In fact, I'm involved in a lot of group pages on Facebook because like there are lots of people who are enthusiastic about true crime.
Right, and has technology made a difference to the quality of modern films?
Quality of what film? Sorry.
Quality of modern films.
Modern films. Okay, definitely. So as I said a while ago, our movies right now have better computer-generated imagery. Obviously the audio quality has become better because like I've observed from like the films that were made from 80s, they had like poor shooting sound effects. It's just like sound effect coming from computers, but right now it's more realistic. And I believe that it's because of the advancement of technology.
So who climbs ladders?
Right. How will technology be used to improve films in future? That's the final question for you.
So right now, since a lot of people are becoming innovative as the years go by, the effects that we have on our films these days are more realistic compared to the ones from before. The colors for sure are way better, and what else? Maybe the acting skills. I'm pretty sure there has also been a lot of improvement from what I can see. And that doesn't really have anything to do with modern technology. But for example, if I were an actress and I would expose myself to a lot of these videos, like that would help me learn how to act well. And I can use these skills like to portray my character better for films in the future, if that makes sense.
Right. Thank you so much, Christine. That was very good. Thank you.
I hate being examined. Thanks.
You did well. You did well.
Do you want me to ask you a question in return?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Just
let's Rita decide about it. I mean, she's
Okay.
hosting the one, so yeah.
Yes. You can switch now, guys. Christian would be the examiner, and then Dave is the
okay. I
candidate.
will ask you part 3 questions as well. Is that okay?
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Okay. No worries. Okay. First question. What types of local businesses are there in your neighborhood? Are there any restaurants, shops, or dentists, for example?
Well, thank you so much for the question. And most local businesses are here, the retail shops, because I'm living in a suburb where there aren't very many business, to be honest, but there are local shops which are selling, the groceries and foodstuffs. These type of businesses are very popular nowadays in the place where I am living in.
Okay. Do you think local businesses are important for a neighborhood?
Well, they are because local businesses bring taxes, and taxes are very good for any society, because taxes are good for infrastructure and the development, and all these taxes come back to us in the form of the street lights, streets, and the infrastructure as well. So I have noticed that one, like where local businesses are doing good. These are these are developed places.
Okay. Are there any disadvantages to running a business?
Well, it's all about risk. It's all about risk, and whenever you are working for someone, I mean, there is not much risk involved in that, right? You'll go and work, and you'll get monthly income out of it. But whenever you are running a business, if business doesn't do well, right, you have to close it, and you will be in the debt, and that's the major challenge. But it depends upon the if you are getting success in that one. I mean, it makes much more money in comparison to a job, because job can guarantee you a certain amount of money. But if your business is running well, that brings out plenty of money out of it, so which is good for you and for your family as well.
Okay. Last question that I have for you. What are the most important qualities that a good business person needs?
Well, you should be a risk taker, and you can't bear any risk in business. I mean, you can't do well with it, because there are good days and there are bad days. I mean, there are some days when you can't afford to run your shop or your business smoothly, and after spending some time, it takes time to settle down your business, and you have clients and customers which are coming back to you. but initially it takes time, right? If you can go through this initial struggle time, you can do better after that. So that's the first quality, and the second quality is you should move with the time. I mean, you should move on with the time, and you should make some changes as per the requirement, and you should know the competitors who are competing with you. So these are the skills which you need to possess to be a good businessman.
Okay, very well. Thank you. All right.
Thank you so much, friend.
No worries. Thank you. What?
Okay. Thank you, guys. Now I'll go back to Imran. Imran, are you ready with your questions so that you can be my examiner? You have to unmute. Imran.
Do you want me to ask you if?
Okay. Yes, please.
I mean, is he not coming?
Okay, Tintin, you ask me.
Okay. I'll ask you. Hold on. I'm
Okay.
just gonna grab a different book. Do you want me to ask you part 3 or part 2? Part 2 and part 3.
Part 2, maybe? Oh, well, you
Okay.
decide.
I can do both for you. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. Part 2 question. I'll send it to the group chat if that's okay, and then
Sure.
let me know once you started. I mean, once you receive it. Sounds good.
Yes. Okay,
You receive
guys.
it?
I'm still waiting. Let me refresh
Oh,
it.
okay.
Is that on my? Oh, there. Okay, I got
There
it.
you go. Okay. 1 minute
Okay.
starts now.
Okay, doke.
Okay.
Okay, trust the discussion as part of Time is up.
No.
Oh,
5.
this is so difficult.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Okay. 2 minutes starts now.
Okay, so I'm gonna describe an interesting discussion that I had when I was in this course. This is my ESL course, and it's just that the subject of our discussion was about. It's really hard. I can't think of
That's fine.
anything.
That's okay. I'm sorry. I didn't do it on purpose.
Anyways,
Take your
okay.
time.
So the subject of our discussion was about how to pass our online test. So we passed already the in-class course. We had excellent marks, but then we still had that online exam that we needed to have. I think at least we have 85 average percent. So that means there were 100 points. So we must have at least 85 points correct from the questions or to answer the questions. And there were discussion about why was it necessary. In class was more than enough because we were there and our professor could really determine whether we understood or we were performing well in our with regards to teaching English to um, English learners. But then, yeah, we were discussing, and what was interesting about it, because we were kind of like we got together. I think there were 7 of us for
now.
one time.
It's
Oh,
time. Yes.
all right.
Okay. You did well. Even
Really?
though this question is hard, I would also freak out, honestly.
You know what?
Okay.
That 1 minute window, I couldn't think of anything. Only when I started speaking that I had to think, okay, think. That was really hard. I couldn't, it's random.
Yeah, it becomes spontaneous already when you're already talking about that topic because you kind of already know what to talk about. But when during your brainstorm ideas, it's hard.
It's
to grab
exactly
ideas.
the brainstorming, it takes time. And
Like
that's
yeah,
really,
you want to show off your skills, but like, will this topic is this gonna help me say good things? It's hard. Okay, it's good that we tackle this, so at least you can practice now. Right?
okay,
At
yeah,
least
exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Shall we go to part 3?
Yes, please.
Okay, all right. My first question is, why is it good to discuss problems with other people?
It is always good because, like we just said earlier, brainstorming. So that means you collect ideas from others. So when you tell someone about a problem, or 1 or 2 people, you discuss about one issue, then those 2 people can also give their input. If it's a problem, if it's something that needs solution, then they can offer their opinion.
Okay. Which communication skills are most important when taking part in meetings with colleagues?
Can you repeat the question, please?
I'll repeat the question again. Yeah, sorry. Which communication skills are most important when taking part in meetings with colleagues?
Okay, so to me, which I also observed this from others, that the communication skill that is very important in a meeting, or if you want to convey or to understand anything from that kind of meeting, is to be a good listener, especially if you are like many people. They think that if they are the one facilitating the meeting or the forum, that they have to have the the more things to say. But in fact, it's to me, it's not like that. If you want to have a good result from that meeting, it's always good to listen rather than to speak or to say a lot.
All right. What are the possible effects of poor written communication skills at work?
Poor written communication skills, possible effect. Well, I think with any written communication, it will leave a visual impression. So when you have that visual in your head, there is more retention. You can always have that image in your head, and it would remind you all the time. So that means that you won't forget the information, and you are more likely be motivated to do if it's something that would ask you to do whatever action that's needed.
Okay. We're already done, but like I would like to know more about your ideas. So one last question.
Sure.
Do you think that it's better to talk to friends and not family about problems?
Oh, it to me it depends on the problem. There are things that you don't want your family to be involved with some issues, especially if it's not if the issue is not directly affecting them or you, for example, as the member of the family. So if you can discuss it with friends and you have better result, and it's you can discuss it freely with a good friend, then it's better to discuss it with a friend. But there are issues also that you only need to discuss with your family members.
Okay, thank you. That would be all.
Okay.
Yay, good job.
Ooh, oh, thank you, Christine. Oh, I
No
got so
worries,
nervous.
thank you.
So we have 9 minutes left. So what do you? Okay, we have Imran here. Imran, are you ready to talk?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so maybe I can ask Dave to give you more questions. You had. Are you okay to answer more questions? I mean, to practice speaking.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, thank you, Rita. Right, these are part three questions, and first question is, uh, well, are people going more holidays and traveling far away these days? Can you hear me, please?
Hello.
Hi. The first question is it's in part three, right? The first question is, are people taking more holidays and traveling far away these days?
Yes, because I think people want to travel far away because they have seen a lot, or in other way, I am saying about that they are planning to get more enjoyable situation and create circumstances by which they see the wonderful thing. I think, in my opinion.
Is tourism having an effect on the environment?
Hello?
Imran, come closer to your speaker, please. You're very far. We hardly hear you. Imran.
Hello.
Is tourism having an effect on the environment?
I think tourism is going to be more of wonderful effect on having wonderful effect on tourism, because in this way government authorities take action and mm, give a healthy and beautiful environment to the people. I think this is the advantages of on environment.
Right. How important is the tourist dollar for the economy?
Well, in my opinion, that the tourist economy is a backbone of any country, and it is the vital part of any country, I think. And in this way, government and authorities take a lot from the people, inwardly and internationally.
Right. Thank you. And what do you think of tourism designed not to damage the environment?
No. Tourism is not damaging the environment, because, as I said, government authorities pay more attention to the environment and giving best facilities to the people and in this way people also educate their educate their educate and think about the and people also have a manner how to deal with tourism and how to living in this situation when they went to tourism, I think.
Right. Thank you so much, Imran. That's the part of questions.
Okay. All right, Emran.
Questions.
Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
Sorry. No, these are for questions. Can I answer if you don't mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
With part 3 with Imran. Yeah. Well, here are a few questions for you. I mean,
Your voice is breaking. I think there is a signal.
like you're cutting off.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
it's
it's your
my-
internet.
1 minute.
Which parts do you usually struggle with the most?
Yes. Hello.
I hear you.
Hello, Alma.
Yeah, can you hear you? Can you hear me?
Hindi. Wala ang makadimang
Your voice is disturbing. Dave?
disturbing. It's just, I think, the internet connection or
Yeah, can you hear me now?
your location
It is
maybe.
so good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, better, I think.
Yes, your voice is clear, but the Prakash voice is not
Yeah.
clear.
Can I ask
Yes.
questions now, please?
Yes.
So, what makes a person famous?
What? This is a part 3 question.
Yeah.
Hello.
Is this question for
Yeah, these are
who?
the part three.
Dave?
But whoever want to answer.
Whoever?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Sorry. Repeat, please.
What make a person famous?
I think the education is the basic skill by which any person have a famous, and another thing in social media, if celebrities are also hello, celebrities are also, I think the social media is also a skill by which anyone get famous, I think.
Yeah, right. And what kind of people were famous in your grandparents' time? Let's say 25 years ago.
In these times, I think people who have a who have a who only have a matriculation education, they actually people thought they are very genius people in these times, I think.
Right. And do you think the children of famous people have an easy time?
Children of, sorry,
Famous people have an easy time.
yes, sometimes mostly such people have a great time because famous people have a lot of facilities in their life, and internationally and country internationally people like and I think they get a more enjoyable situation in their life.
Right. Thank you so much, Imran. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, we
Over
have,
to you now.
thank you. Thank you, guys. So we have less than a minute, so it will be cut off soon.
Thank
But
you.
thank you, Christine. Okay, and I think those were kind of challenging questions that you had there, Dave.
Yes.
And
And Rita madam, how much time I get a fluency?
I'm sorry?
How it will take time to get fluent?
Yeah, we all do. Okay, that's about it. So now, see you again, YouTube, next time.